One thing I've learned by interacting with campers at Calvin Crest is that many, if not most of those who come through our gate have never been outside their own city. They have never been to the mountains and seen the wild beauty of the forest. They have never seen the glory of a starlit sky without the pollution of city lights. They have never felt their own smallness next to a giant sequoia tree. Some have never slept in their own bed or shared a meal around a table. More importantly, they may not have one caring adult in their life who takes the time to look them in the eye, listen to their stories, and show them love. Many have never heard about the freedom, the hope, and love found in Jesus Christ. This generation faces greater anxiety, unrest, and mental health decline than any other in recent history. These are our children and grandchildren, our neighbors and our students. That's why Calvin Crest is needed now more than ever before. But what does it look like to provide a safe place at camp for this generation? How do we create relevant facilities and steward our sacred grounds and attract staff that can effectively love those who desperately need to discover hope? How do we sustain such a large undertaking? We have learned how important it is for our sleeping, our dining, and our meeting capacity to match. Currently, Calvin Crest can house and feed 200 to 250 campers, but after the 2021 Mono windstorm destroyed Mountain View Lounge, we only have meeting space for 70. This severely limits our ability to serve larger groups, especially during inclement weather. Like most camps our age, we are facing significant amounts of deferred maintenance. Cabins, bathrooms, the lodge, the pool, all need repair and renovation. Our staff housing often inhibits us from attracting or keeping high-caliber employees. Through the challenges of the past years, we have also learned that we must create a more sustainable future for Calvin Crest by reducing debt and funding an endowment to preserve the legacy of Calvin Crest for generations to come. After years of navigating one crisis after another, we are finally in a healthy, even thriving place where we sense God clearly leading us forward with a vision to expand and grow. And so we are launching a campaign for such a time as this. While this campaign will provide the means to construct a new meeting space in our pavilion, to renovate old spaces, and set Calvin Crest up for a sustainable future, we never lose sight that our purpose is people, and to bring those people into a loving relationship with God and one another. Our value of relationship has always been what sets Calvin Crest apart from other camps. Rather than creating big programs, we've always focused on authentic relationships, intentional discipleship, and gracious hospitality. We invite you to imagine a Calvin Crest bursting at the seams with campers of all ages who, despite what is going on at home or even in their own mind, get an opportunity to come away to the mountains and discover the radical love of Jesus Christ, who learn what it means to follow him as his apprentice, who receive their calling into ministry and mission, who meet lifelong friends or maybe even their spouse and move into the world partnering with the kingdom of God. We invite you to imagine more and more marriages and families growing stronger. We invite you to imagine a thriving center for spiritual formation where transformation is an expectation and a regular experience. This year, Calvin Crest celebrates 70 years of ministry. Our mission has always been centered on making apprentices of Jesus Christ, which hasn't changed even as our world changes at an alarming rate. We invite you to partner with us. Your investment in Calvin Crest impacts the lives of countless campers, staff, and guests who step onto these sacred grounds. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that God has called Calvin Crest to be a light for such a time as this. And thanks to you, we look forward to at least another 70 years of seeing lives transformed for His glory.